Sometimes we work so hard and still forget that we deserve to be seen, to be appreciated, and to be paid what we're worth. Today, I want to share a little story, a conversation between me and an artist friend to remind you of one thing. Never lower your worth to fit someone else's budget. Recently, I met up with my friend, and she's a lovely woman. She's 20 years older than me, and she's such an amazing artist. She's like a modern-day artist. The detail in the paintings is simply stunning. She spends months on each piece, and when I saw her last week, I was blown away. I told her how much I love her painting in the middle, and she said it was $11,000. I looked at her and said, "How long did you work on that amazing painting?" She replied, "Just 9 months. So you work on that painting for 9 months and you're selling it for $11,000 when it's worth at least $100,000. I'm like, oh, you're underselling yourself? I go to art galleries and I'm very involved with art. I listen to some of the art I've seen and I just question mark. Okay, I know the artist is supposed to make you feel something. Yeah, it makes me feel angry. Like the audacity that some of these paintings have because they're so bad. But they're charging such a high fee. And every time I work around there, I'm thinking, my friend should be here. She should literally be in. One of these things is selling her paintings for so much. Then I asked her, why do you undersell yourself? And she replied, yeah, because in this place, people can only afford that price. I mean, I would love to set it for more, but they can't afford it. Listen, my love, first of all, we're living in a city with a lot of wealthy people. That's not true. Second of all, never ever go down in. Your value is defined by your environment. Your painting should have a set price, and if your environment doesn't meet that price, then you change the environment. Don't go down for anyone because that also makes your paintings look less than they're worth. When I look at your painting, I think it should be millions of dollars. When you look at it, you just underestimate yourself. Guys, I literally started painting just a couple of months ago. I don't know. I work on my paintings for 2 hours. They're so ugly that they're good. I'm thinking about opening an art gallery and putting in my paintings in it. I should put in 100. I'm so excited to share that I'm offering $100,000 for each painting. I truly believe that I can make this happen. I might be a bit delusional, but I get a job done. My friend might be underselling you, but I know you guys are underselling yourself too. Whether it's in a relationship, a job, or anything else you're doing, I know that you're not realizing your full potential. And when you don't meet that value, you go down in value. Hi guys, my name is Anne, and welcome back to my channel. How are you today? I hope that you'll have a good day. In every video, I would bring the best things in life for you. Okay, let's get right into it. First things first, you should influence the room, not just adapt to it. I hear this so many times, but today is the day you become the change you want to see in the world. As I said, my friend is selling her paintings at a lower price because of her environment. Or as I hear my friend says, yeah, I can't find a good guy because it is just how guys are in this country. Why do you guys act like we're trees once we're somewhere or have been born in the country or whatever? You can't move. You don't find someone you like in your country, so you go look in another country. I'm all for it. But you don't just settle and lower yourself and accept bad behavior because that's just how my environment is. You don't constantly let people work all over you because that is how it goes in my culture. You have the power to change your life. You have the power to move and go after what you really want. You just have to decide to settle. Imagine how powerful you would be when you walk into a room. The room would become so much more valuable because you're in it. You should be so powerful that when you put your paintings in a room, that room becomes so much more. It's so valuable because it has your painting in it. Don't worry about having to adapt to your environment. If you're here, we're not just going to go down there to make others feel comfortable. I need you to realize that you matter. Listen, I don't care how someone has made you feel small. I don't care. It was a teacher, your culture, your toxic friends, and your toxic ex. I don't care. You have the power to make your confidence go back up. You have the power right now to believe in yourself again. See, I can sit here all day and tell you that you matter. But if you don't realize this, and if you don't start acting like you matter, and that's nonsense. But if you realize it, everything will change. It's definitely a beautiful thing. You have the power to make a difference in the lives of those you love. You matter to your loved ones. You matter to a stranger on a street that you smile at. You might even change their day, life, or the way they see themselves by doing something nice for them. You matter, and you've had a huge impact on this life. You're alive and breathing, and that's a beautiful thing. You know how hard it is to survive in this day and age? And you should be so proud of yourself for still being here. God has a bigger plan for you. And your mission on this earth isn't complete because you are still here. There is still so much to be done. If your mission was completed, you wouldn't be here. Another thing to realize is that not everyone should have access to you. You know how I always say I'm not better than anyone? That's true. I know it can be tempting to sit with everyone, but sometimes it's important to set boundaries. Not everyone is good for you. Some people can be toxic, draining your energy and time. You're valuable and your time is precious. Not everyone understands this. Sometimes it's best to choose your company wisely. If you're constantly feeling drained, it might be a sign that you need to rethink your social circle. But remember, every experiences, every new person you meet can teach you something new about yourself and life. We all go through these stages, and that's exactly why we're moving to the next level. It's hard to be with our old friends when we're at that next level. You might feel sad because you think, I really connected with them when it was toxic, but now I can't. It's okay, it's time for you to move on and vote and let go. I know it's hard, but that is a natural part of the healing process. Remember, not everyone is meant to be in your life forever. I don't believe in meant to be relationships either. I believe we're meant to involve and meet new people along the way. We've all been there, and it's totally normal to feel a bit hurt when people don't seem to understand your journey. But it's important to remember that sometimes things just don't work out the way we planned, and that's okay. It's time to let go and move forward. Don't let others' opinions define who you are. I remember when I first started out, I saw so many opinions saying all sorts of things about me. Like I was a narcissist or a bad person, but I'm a good person and I have pure intentions and a good heart. I go to bed knowing who I am, and I'm okay with that. Other people's opinions can make you sad. If other people's opinions can make you happy, then you're just their little puppet. Why would you want to be a puppet? Know yourself. Know yourself first before you know anyone. Nobody's gonna tell you who you are just because you know who you are. You gotta understand that people see you the way you see yourself. If you think you are not worthy of certain things, other people also think you are not worthy of those things. I see women, for example, it's like, oh my god, why do I never get spoiled? Why does a man never do anything for me? You don't think you deserve that. You don't think you deserve that treatment. I know women who get spoiled. I know women who are housewives. You know how they think? Oh, they literally think that's a bad thing. In their minds, that is how a relationship works. They settle for nothing less, so they end up with guys like that. It's either this or nothing. They don't compromise. Look, you know how it is. Don't spoil the deal for me. We'll still be together no matter what. If this guy doesn't do it, another guy will. They don't care. If I look at a woman who don't get spoiled and talk to them, they literally say, yeah, but it's tough for a man to do all these things. And then I see they're so frustrated and unhappy. I told them, that is the reality you create for yourself. It's your mindset. I think it's hard for a man to take care of you, so you should have. That's what you're creating. You see yourself as a confident and valuable woman. You don't be around everyone, be everywhere and sit with anyone. You've given them access to you, and you won't do that. You won't act that way. And when others see how you act, they won't think you're insecure. They see you as confident and know you have boundaries. You know you like people to respect you, so they should respect you. People treat you the way you act. You also need to realize that you deserve whatever you want. I find it really weird, and people say, no, you know what? I feel like I don't deserve that. Why not? Are we not on earth? Are we not suffering enough here already just by being alive? Why is it that we're literally just souls in a body? Yeah, and we're just living a human experience. And then our imagination is so limited. We think, oh my god, no way, I'd never be a millionaire. Why not? Money is just another form of energy. It's not that special. Why do we think it's only for a certain kind of people? Are you not special just because you're alive? Here's what I think. It's just for people who think they deserve it, and that's it. You don't have to be talented to get ahead. The people who think they deserve it are the ones who end up getting it. On the other hand, the people who are talented but feel like they're not good enough are the ones who never get it. But you're in control. Whatever reality you want to create. I make my own money, I take care of myself, and support my family. If I want to quit helping people and just marry to a wealthy guy, I can't do that. And then I will be a stay-at-home mom. I get to decide how I want to live my life. If I decide tomorrow that I don't want to deal with the trauma of being a housewife anymore, I just want to be an author. I write books and be an author. That is how I make my dreams come true. People will try to protect their own desires and expectations on me, but I rise above it. They will probably tell you, no, I don't think you can do it, or, you're not that special, or I don't think you can do it. and so on. When I was just starting out, my friends should actually tell me, you should just go for a regular job. Nah, you can't do it. I can do whatever I want, be as big as I want, and I be as strong as I desire to be. But that is how strong of a character you have to be. Even though your family and friends tell you you can't do it, you have to tell them, you know what? That's your opinion and your own self-knowledge. Hey, if you can't do it, go for it. Because I'm telling you, once they see you climbing, they will be quick to pull you back down to our level. Then you have to say, no, I'm creating a new level here. You guys rise up to mine. You guys are not good enough right now. Rise up. I'm not going down for anyone. Hey, have you ever thought about just how special you are as a person? You're basically a soul living in a human life, and it's not easy feat. But why do you think things are so challenging for you? Are you really convinced that God puts you here to suffer? God is always rooting for you to win. He's cheering you on. Now it's your turn to cheer for yourself. You just have to realize that you're an unlimited being. We're literally flying through the universe with gravity. You guys, that is crazy. You say that achieving my goals is hard, but what about the when I achieve this mentality? I'm not saying I'm not going to be happy when I lose weight, but I'm not going to be happy until I reach my goals. Then I'll go out and socialize or work on my confidence. When I start to look better, I do this and that. Listen, if you don't start now with what you have, you soon realize that you never arrive. You think that any of this will make you happy? No, you have to be happy. You've got to be happy with what you've got right now. You've got to start being happy with who you are right now, so that when you evolve, you can stay happy. People make a big mistake thinking that having a certain amount of money will make them happy. They have that money, but they're not happy. They're shocked, thinking, why I'm not happy? So the goal was to find peace and happiness with who you are and then evolve. If you're not doing that right now, you are in a rude awakening. You actually end up in a big depression when you arrive, because in life, we never arrive. We never stop learning, we never evolving. You realize, nothing can make you happy because you're the only one who can make yourself happy. So celebrate yourself. When was the last time you looked in a mirror and said, hey, I love you? When did you last tell yourself, hey, I love you for achieving that goal? When was the last time you felt grateful for yourself? Have you ever said that to yourself, or do you say it all the time? You expect yourself to be a robot, a machine, and you're like, I don't have any appreciation. I don't have any love. Do you give it to yourself? When was the last time you appreciated yourself? Hey, when was the last time you thanked yourself for coming this far? When was the last time you thanked yourself for even getting up in the morning and trying again? How can you expect other people to appreciate or love you when you can't even do that for yourself? When you can't even look at yourself, hey, you know what? I'm super proud of you. You did an awesome job. I love you. How can you expect others to love you if you don't love yourself? Hey, just heads up, we're still going strong. You gotta remember that we can bounce back from anything. We've got nothing to fear. I saw a quote that said, you can take away all my stuff, but I still have a smile and go get it back. That's so true. It's just how I think. I'm thankful for what I have, but if I don't have it tomorrow, I go get it again, and maybe even bigger. I'm a hustler. I've always been a hustler, and I'm always going to be one for whatever I want. I keep going until I get it. Always remember, never ever make your value go down for anyone or anything. If they don't think you're valuable, find someone else or somewhere else where they do. When your value comes from inside you and self, I know you don't care what anyone thinks of you because you know you're valuable. Thank you so much for listening to me.